know the biggest cause of death in the United States? Or do you only think you know? I'm here to educate you on the real cause of death here in the U.S. The real cause of death is one that not many people have heard of. I'm sure you've all heard of the breast cancer campaigns, and many of you have probably even donated to the cause. But did you know that less than 50,000 people died from breast cancer, and yet over $250 million raised in 2012 alone? Well, I'm here to raise awareness for another disease, one that's 3 times as deadly as breast cancer, and yet only a measly $7 million were raised in 2013. In 2013 alone, almost 100,050 people died. Today, according to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, it is the 3rd leading cause of death, behind only a heart attack and a stroke. What is this disease? It's called COPD. COPD stands for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and it kills more than 120,000 people annually. That's equivalent to 1 death every 4 minutes. That's 1 death, not 1 diagnosis. That's equal to 360 people dead in the next day, 10,800 people dead in the next month, 131,400 people dead in the next year. And the numbers are only increasing. Its cause? Smoking. Smoking causes up to 90% of all cases. Another cause? Occupational hazards. Coal mining, grain handling. It's estimated to cause up to 31% of all non-smoker cases.
Wait, stop for a minute. Can you please be quiet? We're trying to record a video. Please. Okay, continue.
COPD usually works by blocking the airways in your lungs, causing you to have to work harder to get air in and out. Or the air sacs at the end of your lungs get stiffer. This causes them to break down and not function properly. Instead of having many small sacs, you have a few very large ones. You have trouble getting used air out, and you might not have enough room for new air. COPD is also a gateway disease. If you have COPD, there's a chance that you have or will have another disease as well. Even if you don't die because of COPD directly, it weakens your immune system, letting other diseases in. Because you have COPD, even if it's not severe, you could get an even deadlier disease. And do you want to know the scariest part? There is no cure. There's no cure at all. Because COPD only gets $7 million in donations, the scientists don't have the reserves, the equipment, the money to do what they need to do. They need your help in order to help all those thousands of people. Here's just one example of the tragedies that COPD causes. And yes, this is a true story. Do you love your mother? Emma absolutely loved hers, named Angela. One day, when Angela was 36 years old, before she even had Emma, Angela became sick. She kept it to herself, though, trying not to cause anyone to worry. As she aged, it got steadily and steadily worse, until it was all she could do to conceal it from her friends and family. Then, disaster struck. She got so sick, she had to go to the hospital. She was rushed there, and although her family was devastated, they thought of course she would get better. It never even crossed their minds that she could die. For 4 days they waited, until the specialist told them that it was too late. The disease was fatal. It was Angela's decision, now, about whether or not to pull the plug. She decided to pull the plug, and those last 32 hours of her life were the most traumatic, heartbreaking hours of her family's lives. It was all Emma, her daughter, could do to write an article about it. So now she raises awareness, trying to help prevent others from suffering as she has. So help Emma and Angela, and the many, many people like them. Donate today and prevent this from happening to all the families out there. You can help save their lives. Will you?